Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Motivator here, back for another episode of the Mr. Motivator YouTube channel. I'd like to take the time to thank y'all for joining in on today's episode. And without further ado, the topic for today's episode will be enjoying your process to success, guys. So, this is an important topic for me. Pretty interesting. I've been here before. I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably have at some point instance in your life where you guys were going through something where you really wanted it really bad or something. There's a process to accomplish that goal. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about elaborating on why it's important to just enjoy your process. I wish I had somebody to tell me this at that time when I look back on it. But it's important to enjoy your process. I know everybody want to be an overnight success or whatever, but the reason to me why it's more important to enjoy your process, what you're doing as far as your route to success, is you get more of a feel of appreciation for once you reach that pinnacle that you was looking for, you know. And not only that, but once you reach that high, sometimes if you're not level headed or stay focused and disciplined, you'll feel a little lost once you reach the top. You know what I mean? And let me explain what I mean by that. So you work so hard for a goal. You probably sacrifice so much, something else. Now you done built up a routine. Um, for instance, I go back to me, and it reminds me when I was trying to get my own apartment or whatever. And my parents were deceased. I wasn't really, what I mean, relying on my family or whatever. I was just grinding, staying at a friend's house, and I was just grinding, trying to save up and get my place or whatever. And I had a plan, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted it so bad. And it was like to prove to people that I could take care of myself, and I got a chip on my shoulder and stuff like that. So long story short, I'm embarking on that goal. I'm pushing, and I'm making it. I'm striving. You know what I mean? I'm doing it. I'm stacking that money. I'm getting it. I'm making it happen. And then all of a sudden, I'm doing a double shift one day, and as I'm getting out from work, I'm on my way to the bus stop at the time. So I wasn't driving at that time, and there's some kids in their car in the parking lot. And long story short, I get hit by a car on my way to the bus stop. So it completely derailed my whole plan. You know what I mean? I try to go back to work and all this stuff, and I was young and I really understand the situation, the whole disability. So I got some people in my ear talk about, well, disability gonna take months to kick in. Then other people saying, well, you might as well try to go back to work. And I ultimately ended up trying to go back, and was not gonna happen. Like, you're a liability at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting let go. So that kind of derailed my whole plan. You know what I'm saying? So I had planned to be out of this house at the end of the year. It ended up taking about 2 to 3 years or whatever to actually execute, because I had my own plan, of pretty much reshaping my whole life at that point. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work right then and there what I did, but I didn't change the goal or anything. And when I did finally get up out those waters, that actually made me so much more grateful for the things I went through. You know what I'm saying? It's like a solidification that in your mind, once you go through all that stuff, you are gonna do whatever it takes to not go backwards. You know what I'm saying? To get out of your tough times or to persevere. But what I mean by that is you develop a whole routine during that time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with me. I developed a whole routine. I sacrificed so much stuff. I wasn't going out. I wasn't buying myself like clothes and whatever. I was saving up. I was very disciplined and focused and driven on the goal ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was not focused on little stuff. I was so focused on what I had to do. And so when you go through all that, and then when I finally got my place and all that, I had to break a lot of routines and habits, you know what I'm saying? And it took a little while for me to do that. So you kind of lose sight of certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember going through that grind much, like I said, I originally had a plan when I first got in there. This is back in 2012 or something like that. So when originally got the plan to get up out of there, this had happened in March. I ended up at his house. The plan was to be there first. Was like for 3 months. I was like, because I know I could save up enough to give me a little spot or whatever, whatever. But then I started thinking about all the furniture and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, just go on for the rest of the year and you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? You'll have everything, and then you use your income tax, and you go ahead and get you a car with that. You know what I'm saying? So I calculated how much I could save based on how much I was getting paid per month, and I was hitting those projections good. You know what I'm saying? I understood what my necessities was, how much I needed to spend. No, I was being really wise with my money. But long story short, there's some unfortunate things that popped up that happened, like the car situation, get hit by the car, was not a part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? So things happen, life throw you wrenches in your plan sometimes, and you gotta adjust to it. You gotta uh, figure out a way to bypass things and still accomplish your goals. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I was so disciplined and hard on myself, I developed a routine that was pretty instilled in me. And by the time I actually got to the pinnacle, I didn't kind of know how to have fun anymore. You know what I'm saying? I kind of didn't know. I was so lost touch far as where to go to have a good time, far as any clubs or any venues and things of that nature. I was kind of I lost touch with because I was so busy telling people no or hanging out. I wasn't really doing that much because it was like it was all the distractions and you know. So that could be the downfall of doing that somewhat of not enjoying because I didn't take the time to necessarily enjoy the process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take the time, and now I look back, I could have took the time and did that every here and there, seldomly. You know, because I was busting out a lot of overtime or whatever, so I could have afforded to go one weekend or something a month and still been real disciplined or whatever. But I didn't take the time to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy myself any clothes or whatever like that. So by the time I got my own place and stuff like that, I was in that habit, and that routine already, and I wasn't necessarily happy. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it wasn't time I kind of let my hair down and I started working more, far as to get even more, because you know once you get you I you come up, you can hit another level, things get a little harder. Or as far as you gotta step your game up. Once you level up some, you gotta step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Things cost more, or in order for you to maintain or whatever you want to have to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Not just my example was not letting all my money go towards the bills. You know what I'm saying? So I understood me getting my own spot and living in New Jersey is like it's real expensive. So that's gonna be you're gonna have to bring some extra money to the table. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's why I was like I developed some strategies because now you're on top of your game. You got to develop strategy on how to keep yourself happy. You can't just be working or living to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me, and that's why I want to tell you guys: enjoy the process. Take, you know what I mean, reward, treat yourself as you um, go accomplish your goals. Set small milestones that lead up to that big goal. You know what I'm saying? As you accomplish your goals on those milestones, reward yourself a little something. Give yourself a tap on the back. Because let me tell you something. A lot of people might pretend that they're happy for you, but if they ain't got the drive that you have, they're not going to necessarily be very happy for you. They might envy. Listen, success brings envy, and that's a very true statement. You know what I'm saying? So, and you won't understand that. I know that for a fact. Listen, going throughout my trials and tribulations, just trying to get to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? You see people that don't have the drive you have, they hate you just because they're necessarily not necessarily something that you did as much as you try hard to inspire people and motivate people. They just not you, you know what I'm saying? And they hate you for your positivity or whatever. And you could kind of feel this energy, this vibe around you. So sometimes you gotta get yourself from out of certain inner circles or whatever, or out of certain towns or situations, or you know what I'm saying, and let all that negativity influence you as far as staying more focused and remind you why you need to stay focused on your goals as well. But don't let that distract you or get you down. And take the time to enjoy your process. Because I felt like I lost myself once I did accomplish my goals, and I had to reinvent myself all over again. But then by the time I did, I kind of didn't really have a social life, as far as any friends or whatever, because at the whole time, like, there was a adverse time, so kind of defined who a lot of people were, not just for me, but for other people's too. And I wasn't the only one going through my trials and tribulations at that time, so you get the chance to see what your friends are about, or who you were deeming your friends at that time, what they were about. You know what I'm saying? And you adjust accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. I just adjusted accordingly on how to get better in my life. So, and that's what you guys got to do. Enjoy your process. Take the time. Now I'm very good at that, and it's like it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Hit a milestone. Take the time. Buy yourself some clothes. Go out. Get, you know what I mean. When you dress, you sometimes when you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's a very true statement. Or just take a nice little trip if you like traveling or something. You know, I ain't saying gonna break the bank now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say go blow your rent money and none of that. Nah, no, no, don't do all that. But definitely treat yourself to something nice. You well deserve. You worked hard for it, and it's gonna put a smile on your face. And at the end of the day, you can't just be working just to be working for money. You gotta enjoy. We're here for a good time, not for a long time. Life is, before you know it, once you get out your teens, you're in your 20s, you out of school, you living on your own, you're about to start a family, you're not little anymore, and next thing you know, your kids are older and they having kids, and you in your 40s, and you start really understanding how fast life goes, you know? So it's important to set those milestones and enjoy the process as you go along, you know? That 3 years I actually put off of my life. I didn't have any fun. Think about that. A free man. He got the money to go anywhere he wanted to go. I mean, I accumulated a lot. You know what I'm saying? I go get no specific numbers or whatever, but I could have took a flight and went anywhere in the world if I really wanted to. And I did not do that. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Super Bowl was here at the MetLife Stadium. That was the first cold Super Bowl. I wanted to go to that so bad I didn't even go. I sacrificed it. My eyes on the bigger picture, the bigger plan, keep that discipline, and I reward myself for that now. Oh yeah, definitely. You know the time has come, so none of that sacrifice is now. You know, but it's the hard work that pays off. You know what I'm saying? But if I know what I know now, then I've also been taking the time to enjoy um, those little milestones I was hitting as I was getting to my big goal. You know what I'm saying? And when you get to that big goal, you know what it is when you do that, man. You're gonna live it up. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You ain't, again, don't break the bank, but definitely enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Make it a hell of an experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, like I always tell my friends, don't go get party happy. You go out every weekend because you ain't gonna really appreciate those times. I might I build up to a certain point and really gonna have an extravagant time. Now I can kind of do that on a more of an often basis. Thank God, you know what I'm saying. But it's the hard work that you put in for all those times I sacrificed that enable me to do that now. A lot of people did not get it then, and that's why some of those people are still going through their struggles to this day. You know what I'm saying? And again, you see that as you going through your journey or whatever, you see what people are about, and you know who's striving and pushing you, and if you pushing yourself, and the things that you got to do to get better. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the process, because again, once you get there, you might hit a crash. Once you, it's like getting to the top of that roller coaster, then you come down because now you set so much and put so much energy to this one goal. Now that you accomplished this, like what next? Now you feel a little lost. Now you got to reinvent yourself, and you got to kind of, you know, get yourself reinvigorated over some a new goal. You know what I'm saying? So always have those steps in line too. You know, far as the next step ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like a professional sports player. After you get out of sports, now what you're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You probably get out of sports still pretty young by life standards. You're only 40 years old, or in your 30s or late 30s or something. So that's pretty young by life standards. You know. So what's your next goal? Some players they feel lost after they retire. You know what I'm saying? Or some want to coach, or they want to be analysts to stay somewhat into the game because they still love the game. You know, so that's how I felt at the end. Is I don't want you guys to feel like that, and that's why it's important to enjoy your process, guys. Always enjoy your process. At the end, it'll be well worth it. No matter what, you're still gonna make your sacrifices, but enjoy your process as you go along. You're gonna see to it that it's so much fun. Because when you get to the top, I mean, you get on top of your game or level up to the accomplishment, or you get to that goal, you're gonna be like, man, what was the rush? So much for what else is there to do next. And trust me, I'm just speaking through experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for today's episode. Once again, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Mr. Motivated YouTube channel. If you like the content, please hit that like button. I very do appreciate it. And smash that subscribe button with that little notification bell to stay up to date with all the content I'll be rolling out. I plan on rolling out some content at least like hopefully every day or every other day, but often, definitely, you know. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Enjoy your process. Much love. Wish y'all many success. And I'm out. I catch y'all on the next episode.